Last but not least, before we wrap things up, Dead Space, the perfect remake. This this game has made me. It strengthens how much I love video games. I'm not joking. This game, I have to play it a couple more times before I like make a true decision. But it has the potential to be one of my very favorite games ever. Oh my god, it's so good. It's ridiculously good. It hits this very, very good balance between horror and action that the only other game to do this is Resident Evil 2, in my opinion, where at the beginning it's really scary because it's really dark all the time, and the only light you have to illuminate things are the flashlight from your gun that you can only see when you're aiming. So you have to like walk around aiming a lot of the time, but like eventually you get enough weapons and enough upgrades to where you feel powerful and aren't as scared, but are still just scared enough that right. I love it. But also, the game is built with functions where music cues, enemy attacks, and all of that are randomized in certain places. There are places where it's scripted, but there are places where it's randomized so that you will get scared, so that they can like throw you off your game. Like they're like, okay, you haven't been attacked by an enemy in a while. Rather than send an enemy after you, we're gonna play the enemy attacking you music to get your heart pumping, and you will also hear the character's heart pumping, and then after you feel like you're safe again, monster jumps out the vent.
That is diabolical, but I love it.
They are evil, and I love it. They want you to have a heart attack. It's so good. Like every time I booted it back up, I had to re-immerse myself in the situation. Because for the first like 10 minutes, I would be as scared as I was the first time I played it. And then I'll have to like get reacclimated to the environment and be like, okay, I'm not as scared anymore. Now I'm used to it. If something bursts out of it, I'll just shoot it in the face. But, well, not the face, because in this game you have to shoot off the limbs. Shooting them in the face does absolutely nothing.
That's interesting. You don't see that much.
Yeah, every game, like every weapon is built to kind of dismember them, or like there's a system where like you see how much damage you're doing visually because you slowly essentially strip off layers of their body, like the skin, the fat, the muscle, the bone. It's visually incredible. It's so good. So I'm pretty sure I told you this, but my experience with Dead Space is that there was a demo of Dead Space back when, demos existed.
Demos were a thing, right?
Specifically demos that came with a disc. I had like a Godfather game, Godfather 2, that came out in 2008, but I got this around like 2011. And it came with the first Dead Space as a demo. And I played that demo like dozens of times when I was a kid, and I loved it. But I never played the game in full. So when I heard it was getting remade, I was like, oh, finally, I get to play this game that people love. Like, it's a seminal survival horror game up there with like Resident Evil 4, which is considered by a lot of people one of the greatest games of all time. And it's also getting a remake that comes out in January, February, March. Next month. Wild. I think it comes out March 24th, which makes me upset. Why does it have to come out at the end of the month? Come out earlier, game. I'm so excited for that game.
March being next month is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, March being next month as well. I'm glad they pushed back Dead Island 2. It was supposed to come out this month, but it gives me more time to finish the first game with my brother, but also to play other games. But this month, nothing's coming out now, which is kind of sad, but it also gives me room to finish Batman and all the other games that I bought recently because they were discounted. Like, what is it? I got
Nier Automata.
You're right. I have Nier. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna push you to play it until you play it. I
legit forgot about that. It's still in the plastic.
Hey, yo, I fully believe that it's gonna be the third game to make you cry.
Actually, I don't think it's still in the plastic because I wanted to make sure the disc was in there, so I took it out. But if I wasn't the type of person, it would still be in a plastic. Because you know what? I take it back. It might still be in a plastic. I would have to go check. But
you better make sure that disc is still in there.
But yeah, this Space is incredible. This is the first game I'm actively playing. I finished it. I beat the game, but it's the first game I actively played the entirety game with headphones on, because I have a pair of headphones that are really nice. The headphones I'm using right now that sound amazing. And PlayStation 5 has this thing called 3D audio, which I'm sure you've heard because they've been advertising the hell out of it back when the PlayStation 5 was first coming out. And it sounds like a gimmick. It's not. Just like the haptic feedback isn't a gimmick because it feels amazing. This is not a gimmick. Like, if something's above you, it sounds like it's above you. If it's on your left, it sounds like it's on your left. If it's behind you, it sounds like it's behind you. And it makes the game so much more immersive.
Ooh.
I'm going to be playing horror games with headphones on forever.